All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said to kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Soon said YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description, right in the chat room says join. Click that link. You get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics, remedies, and home decor accessories for every room in the house. KingSeti.com, 25% off selected items at this time. Save and shop and save, family. And everybody, hey, pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 1,200 videos. Over power. Ain't nothing but power. Pure heat presented by General Seti himself. Plus, we got the supplemental, also monumental and instrumental research material from the Grandmaster teachers, documentaries, reference material, lectures, and the general giving you an overview on that material, making it 360 degrees of supreme African knowledge and wisdom that cannot be compared to by any other website on the planet, and is growing dynamically. Become a member today. Thank me tomorrow, family. That's right. Seti popping on Patreon, dropping nuclear bombs on Patreon. Man, just came off today with powerful occult breakdowns on the COVID, graphene oxide. Man, y'all want that work. I'm going to tell you that. You want that work. We're just getting started on that series too. We're just getting started on that series, and we want you in the house, family, because it's fire, and you need to know it. You understand what I'm saying? It's a very serious world in which we living in, and you need to be up on game. Get your ass on over there, Patreon. Join today, family. To all the family out there that donated to the general, I want to thank you. I appreciate you for appreciating me. Any of the family out there want to support the general, keep the general on the battlefield. Link is in the video description, is in the chat. Click that link, donate, and I thank you ahead of time. To everybody out there, make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You'll be up out of there. Now, we talking about Memnon, the great Ethiopian warrior of legend. See, they don't talk about Memnon because that's going to upset shit. You see, you say black people ain't never did nothing. You see, not true. Boy, that good water. God damn. Yeah. Oh, man, yeah. Not true. Not true at all. So we're going to break this down. We're going to get right on off into Memnon. Yeah, the great warrior that fought Achilles and struck. You understand what I'm saying? And Zeus, well, you understand what I'm saying? The damn fight was even damn near. And Zeus sided with Achilles. Saying, yeah, you know, he going to side with the white boy. Yeah. Ain't no truth in that. He might not have been goddamn white. None of them goddamn, you know, they didn't whitewash so much shit. You see what I'm saying? So let's get into this, family. We talking about Memnon, king of the Ethiopians. Herodotus called Susa, which we're going to get off, the city of Memnon. Okay. Uncle was Priam, last king of Troy. Now, if you ain't never seen Troy, I think it was, what's his name? Brad Pitt. You see what I'm saying? He played in that movie, Troy, and he played Achilles. Okay, now if you saw that movie, then you seen the old man that played the king of Troy. Do you know? Do you know that Priam is the uncle of Memnon? Now that we got some goddamn problems now, cause that shit don't ain't no goddamn how that gonna work. You see how that gonna work? Hold on. How the hell that gonna work? Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can get a picture of this motherfucker. Yeah, this ugly motherfucker right here. Yeah, here you go. See if I can get him in here. See if I can get his dusty ass on in here. They don't want me to get that particular one. You know what? Let me see. This will be good. This will be good enough. Okay, here you go. Now, if you didn't see the movie, this is Priam. This is the king of Troy. This is the king of Troy. But what's so crazy about this shit? This is Memnon. And Memnon is the nephew of Priam. Hey, they look alike, don't they, y'all? Them motherfuckers look like twins, don't they look like twins, don't they? Yeah, so you know this. So right there, we understand that it's a problem. You know, it's a problem because the statue is at least 400 BC coming out of Greece. So this is it's not like they thought he was you know how stories grow long after how do a story can grow hundreds and even thousands of years after it's already happened, and so black people become white people and shit like that. And so so we showing that in the BC era they saw Memnon as African. Ethiopians. Now you could go on a movie today. You could go on a movie today. Hear me out. And that it'll be an Ethiopian person and they'll have white people. You see, no black people at all. They could be in Ethiopia. And see, a lot of people don't understand. They're just like Clash of the Titans. Now, if y'all ever saw that movie, and we're going to talk about it on the next one, when you're dealing with Perseus, and Andromeda. Now, Andromeda is an Ethiopian princess. Her mother and father, Cephas and Cassiopeia, are the king and queen of Ethiopia. Is actually taking place in Ethiopia. A lot of people don't understand that. You understand? Their kingdom was in, but when you look at the movie, and it took me a long time to realize it myself that they were actually supposed to be in, it looked like they was in Greece some motherfucking way. They did not portray the movie as being in Ethiopia. So when you go back to the Clash of the Titans, and Perseus, he was out there in the water, and I believe they saved his ass or whatever, because I don't know, one of them gods and shit, is flipped their boat over and shit, and his mother and his father died and shit, and this, that, and the third, and they took him on in to the palace of the king and the queen. They supposedly was in Ethiopia, but like I said, I'm just realizing, I say, damn, it looked like you was actually in fucking Greece somewhere. Okay. And so, yes. And so Now, to black it up so y'all understand how this is his uncle. Now, Memnon's, listen to me now, Memnon's father was Tithonius, okay? His father, Memnon, his father was Tithonius, and he was a prince of Troy. You see? So though Memnon, and a lot of people don't bring this up, even though he was the king of Ethiopia, he was still a prince of Troy. They don't talk about that. See, wait a minute. I'm on it. Do your research. His father was a prince of Troy. And he would have inherited that title also. Okay, he would have inherited that title also. And so Tithonius was brother to Priam. Okay, but Priam was next in line. His father wasn't next in line to rule. So this is how Priam is his uncle, because that's his father's brother. Okay, that's very significant. Okay, that's very, very significant. And so, guys, so we're going to talk about whether the Trojans was Ethiopians, because we already see that there ain't no goddamn way it's going to be split like that. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no way. Ain't no way it's going to happen like that. So we got to deal with that. Now, when you start talking about Ethiopia, okay, now you can go right on the internet. You can look this up if you need to do that, so you can have a confidence that you know what you know. When they talk about Ethiopia, and see, remember that nigga that came on the other day? What was his name? That nigga he was from Byzantine or some goddamn where. That nigga had that A in front of his name, and the A and the B was connected, or the A and the M was connected and shit. You see, and that's how they spell Ethiopia and Egypt. You see, and so when it talks about, it says what is Ethiopia? The inhabited world, according to Herodotus, Libya, Africa, is imagined. Wait a minute, is this the right part? Did I clip the right part? You know what? I left something off. Let me see. Here you go. Not a problem. Here it is right here. Ethiopia. Okay. And they put that A in front of Egypt too. Okay. First appears as a geographical term in classical documents in reference to the Upper Nile region of Sudan, as well as certain areas south of the Sahara. Okay. And so its earliest mention is in the works of Homer, twice in the Iliad and 3 times in the Odyssey. The Greek historian Herodotus specifically uses the appellation to refer to such parts of the sub-Saharan Africa as were then known within the habitable world. Okay. So you see, it's the Sudan, the upper Nile region of the Sudan. Okay, good. So we make a clear understanding on what that is. Let's deal with Memnon. It said, now I believe. Let's go over here. Wait a minute. This is the book that discussed the life of Memnon, the Ethiopics. You see, and it's a lost epic of ancient Greek literature. It was one of the epic cycle, that is the Trojan cycle, which told the entire history of the Trojan War in epic verse. The story of the Ethiopics comes chronologically immediately after that of the Homeric Iliad, and is followed by the Little Iliad. The Ethiopics was sometimes attributed by ancient writers to Artemis, tennis of Maltus, 8th century BC. Okay, and so yes, the Ethiopians. Okay, and you see right there, drinking bowl with scenes from the Ethiopians. So right there, the fact that they even naming books after I mean, shit, they didn't deified African people, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't get around that. We just can't get around that, family. And so, yeah, if you want to, I believe today is called the Homerica. Okay, the Homerica, the Ethiopics fragments. Okay, so you can get, the fragments of other writers that have some portions of it. And I believe that's what they then piece together, you see, to get the story of Memnon as we know it today. You see, Roman writers and later classical Greek writers such as Diodorus Siculus believe Memnon hailed from Ethiopia, a geographical area in Africa, usually south of Egypt, because the original historical work, we just went over there, Arctinus or Maltus, only survives in fragments. Most of what is known about Memnon comes from the post-Homeric Greek and Roman writers. Homer only makes passing mention to Memnon in the Odyssey. Herodotus calls Susa the city of Memnon. We went over Susa yesterday, and we're going to go over it today. Herodotus describes the two tall statue in Egypt and Ethiopia with Ethiopian and Egyptian dress that some, he says, identified as Memnon. So they had on half Egyptian and half Ethiopian. He disagrees, having previously stated he believes it to be Sesostris. One of the statues was on the road from Smyrna. Okay, I had to get the pronunciations to that. To Sardis. Okay, this is all Greek, family. So give me some working room with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look it up and get the pronunciations right. Okay, Herodotus describes a carved figure matching these descriptions near the old road. Okay, and so now in Africa, they call the two statues, giant statues of Amenhotep. Amenhotep the third. Amenhotep the third as the statues of Memnon. So in some people identify Amenhotep the third as being Memnon. Other people say it was Sesostris. You see, some people say that it was Sesostris. And so, we have to, do more research, in the fact that a lot of the books are gone and missing is hard, to try to piece things together. But the fact that they made him Ethiopian, I mean, they say he, Diodorus, but they carved the man, and you can see on one of the other vases where they show him to be Ethiopian. I mean, what more do we need? You know what I'm saying? This is another vase, that shows. Now it says, this is from Diodorus Siculus. It says, but there are also a great many other tribes of Ethiopians, some of them dwelling in the land lying on both banks of the Nile and on the islands in the river, others inhabiting the neighboring country of Arabia. You hear that? You see that? Others in, what is that? Ethiopians not. Others inhabiting the neighboring country of Arabia, and still others residing in the interior of Libya. The majority of them, and especially those who dwell along the river, are black in color, have flat noses and woolly hair. Okay, and so so he say in Arabia, yeah, Yeah, in Egypt, in Ethiopia, all up and down the river. You understand? This is Diodorus Siculus. That, we have to accept that. You see, we have to accept that. Now, we can also, now the crazy thing about it, you see, the crazy thing about it, and we're going to talk about that when we talk about Andromeda, you see, who is supposedly the mother of the Persians. You see, she's obvious, she's considered to be, and she's an Ethiopian princess. And Memnon is said to be the founder of Susa. Okay, he's the founder of Susa. So in both stories, the Ethiopian plays a heavy founding position in these what we call Babylon, what we call Elam and Susa and and Chaldea and and all these other names that you have over there, the Assyrians and so on, the Nimrods and all of that. The Ethiopian and right there we looking directly at this is a carving into the wall. You see a carving into the wall of an Ethiopian, black Ethiopian of Persia. Okay, the immortals. Okay, the immortals. And I see why people wanted to make, and make them look ugly and shit and this, that, and the third. You get on the movie, but see, they had to project. Why would they project? Because they knew the goddamn history. You see what I'm saying? They knew the goddamn history. You see this the brother that played, they kicked him all down in the well and shit, and kicked him all down in the well and so on and so forth. And they gave him, it was a quick, but they gave him I guess they gave him a job in the next one. Goddamn, the nigga was only on there for 5 minutes. They gave that nigga 5 minutes and he was all on his way down the well. You see what I'm saying? They didn't kick the nigga down in the well. And so you see here, you see the Elamite, which is in Iran, and then here you see the Babylonian. Both on woolly head, woolly beard, black and brown. You see what I'm saying? So what they gonna do? They gonna make this shit, ain't nothing they could do about it. The facts speak for itself. You feel me? And so, but this is what you got today. You see, you got some clown shit going on over there. They know good and goddamn well that ain't what that is. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what that is. We got to stop letting these people perpetrate the fraud. I think they got mad at me the other day because I put some shit, I showed the truth, and I will continue to do that. Where's that one at? I'm going to show it. Now this is here it go right here. Now here it go right here. Now they know damn well they reaching. They reaching so goddamn far into the universe. It's unbelievable. That's what they do for that Buddha too. You understand what I'm saying? They got the curly perms now. Yeah, they got the Buddha perms now. They know that Buddha had. I talked about the ass for the last 10 years. Now they got the what they call that motherfucker here. You can go. What is it, man? What the fuck is the name of that? Damn. It's some Buddha. It's some Buddha. I got to get it. You understand? The hippie Buddha. The hippie Buddha. Yeah, they had the hippie Buddha, and so now they got motherfucker. Now look at this shit. Look at this motherfucker. I guess they had blow dries back. They blew his shit out. You know what I'm saying? He got one, and they didn't put a creatine perm in his head. And you understand what I'm saying? And gave him a blowout and shit. You know what I'm saying? They know good and goddamn well that ain't what that is. That ain't what that is. You see, I'm gonna just be upfront with you. You know what I'm saying? And so they know they're in a predicament. You know what I'm saying? They've been lying. Look at that right there. I need these type of, and so they say Memnon is in one instance the founder. Susa is the city of Memnon. Now, if that be so, let me see. Do I still got that? Yeah. This makes sense. This makes sense right here. It says, that makes sense. It says that's the city of Memnon. Yeah, that makes sense. Woolly head, beard, and that makes sense. But the other way don't make no goddamn sense. Don't make no goddamn sense. Let me take that out of there. Now he know good and goddamn well that thank you. I want to thank Abdul for getting up there. I want to thank Abdul for getting up there. He did us a beautiful favor by getting up there and making that comparative study so we could say what we always wanted to say. That good and goddamn well that's not you. You didn't have nothing to do. And that's why they went over there and blew all the artifacts up. Did y'all see that? You see this? You see this? Look at this. You see this? Let me blow it up even more. Yeah, you see this? How they didn't went over there. They went all up in luckily, but they didn't get up, I don't know if they got to them reliefs. I believe them other reliefs is in the Baghdad museum. But you see how savage these motherfuckers is. They hate culture. The true Arab straight out the cave, and that's 99.9% of them. They hate culture. You understand what I'm saying? And that just lets you know that how in the hell can a man like this that don't got no, hate culture like that write books? And they always talking about the Arab got medical treatises and shit. And you go to goddamn Arabia before they left Arabia to come into Africa, they ain't had one goddamn book. The damn Quran wasn't even written until after the death of Muhammad. So they didn't have no literature whatsoever in Arabia. But as soon as they cross over into Egypt and conquer Egypt, you start hearing about all these Arab mathematical treatises and all these. What kind of bullshit is y'all motherfuckers wasn't even writing? No, fuck, you done took a nigga's book and you didn't force the nigga to change his name to Abdullah Ahmad and all this bullshit. And so when they see the name, they think, oh, this is an Arab, this is a Muslim. That goddamn book is 3,000 years older than the first shoe you ever wore on your damn foot, motherfucker. What is you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? And so we got to stop this. We got to stop this, family. And so you see that they don't identify. You know what? And I believe they blew this shit out of here. Yeah, I believe this is, I was like, man, it can't be, but it is, because I always show this. Let me come up here. And I'm thinking that's exactly what it is. Them motherfuckers got up there with they no good backward ass. I don't know if this is it or not. I believe it is. I believe it is. If it ain't, it's one of them. And so they got their backward ass up there and put the damn what is it, jackhammer. Yeah, put the jackhammer on it. Yeah, he got his silly ass up there. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, so that right there was like, I've been looking at that. I've been studying that for a long time. Luckily, they got evidence. You got to get your shit and get it in order, man. So, cause you ain't gonna have shit out here fucking with these motherfuckers. You see how they blew that shit, And this was the Taliban over there in Afghanistan and shit, where they had the Buddha in there, and them motherfucker dynamited the motherfucker out of there. Dynamited it out of there. It was, this originally how it looked, and you could tell it was a tall damn Buddha because you could see the person down there. You see what I'm saying? You can see the person down there, how tall this damn Buddha is. And they blew it out of there. Blew it out of there. I tell you, boy, they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be real with you, and you know, you could take it or leave it, but them motherfuckers ain't shit when it come to dealing with you know, yeah, you know, when it come to them damn Muslims, man, they hate culture. Then come to them Arabs and Muslims, they hate culture. We ain't done, family. We're gonna keep it pushing. We got some more information we want to drop. We over here, Black Babylon, Troy. We ain't done, family. We be right black. This is General Sarasun Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Thank you, Ray. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast. Daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.